Hey all you Proof Weight Loss Surgery Work subscribers, my name is Bandy B, and I'm putting a little response together because I haven't done one in a while. And this week's topic kind of touched on something that I'm pretty passionate about, and that's the whole mental aspect of weight loss and weight loss surgery and what it means and what kind of challenges that we face and what we do to stay motivated and tips and tricks and things that you can do to help keep yourself motivated. Sorry, I'm reading off my paper here, so I apologize for looking down. The first question that was posed was, how does your mental mindset affect your weight loss journey? And I use that term lightly because I'm one of the few people that view this, and maybe everybody does, but I vocalize it probably more than I should. I'm of the opinion that this whole thing that we do, weight loss, is not. It's not a journey, because a journey implies a place that we start and a place that we end. And now, granted, this isn't what I think everybody should do. This is just how I see it in my head. Because it implies an ending, and it's why I don't like to do a lot of long-term goals, because that implies something that's at the end of the road. And to me, anyway, this isn't something that you do for a short amount of time, whether it be a year, 5 years, or 10 years. It's something that you do your entire life. And that's part of that whole mental mindset. It's not, hey, I'm going to stay dedicated to losing 100 pounds and I'm going to go out and get weight loss surgery and I'm going to do everything I got to do for 5 years and then I'm done. It doesn't work that way. You have to be prepared to change your life. That's such a huge thing, and I don't think that any of us, not even the pros, and I use that term loosely, but not even the pros, Rosemary and Wendy, these guys that you see all the time that have just been doing this forever and have got this thing down after months and months and months of practice and training and beating their heads against the wall. None of us can really grasp what is required of us mentally. We can read it on paper and they can tell you what you got to eat and how you got to work out, but that wrapping your head around the fact that you are changing your life, and it's not like you get in a car wreck and your life changes, or somebody in your family dies and your life changes. You're going to do something to yourself that's going to impact how you live the rest of your life, and it's like getting a tattoo, but worse. I say worse. It's the same kind of concept. That's it. It's done, and there's no taking it back, and that's just a huge mental responsibility. So I kind of got off on a tangent there, but that just goes to show you that 90% of this is right up here. Everything from preparation to sustainability to maintaining that mindset, and even afterwards, where you are where you want to be, maintaining that mental mindset of, if I don't want to go back to that place where I was, I've got to get my mind straight. I've got to stay right. I've got to stay on focus, not because it's part of my journey, but it's because how I've dedicated to live my life. And I think that's how that whole mental mindset, for me anyway, affects that weight loss journey. It's not a journey for me. It's my life, and that's how I approach it. And in the short term, even. There's a direct correlation between your mental attitude and what shows up on that scale every week. You don't believe me? Start writing down every week, every day, what your attitude is. Just get a piece of paper for a month and do this. Put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and do 5 weeks. And then every day, at the end of the day, just put a G in there if you had a good day and a B in there if you had a bad day. And at the end of the week, write how much you gained or lost. And I guarantee you'll find that on the weeks you had bad days, you gained weight, or you didn't lose as much as you wanted to. And on the weeks that you had good days, you'll lose more than you expected, or you were right on your goal. There's no doubt in my mind that your mental attitude directly affects how well you do in your weight loss program. No doubt in my mind. And I challenge you to prove me otherwise. I really would. How do you stay positive? Man, for me, this is something that I had decided I was never going to share on YouTube. And today I'm going to share it. Fear. It's fear for me. I was 356 pounds. When I was in high school, I used to joke with my buddies about people that weighed that much. It was like, man, if I ever get that big, I'd jump off a cliff. I just couldn't imagine being that fat and not being able to move around and not being able to breathe. And I was just as serious as I could be until the day I went to the doctor and I weighed 356 pounds. And he told me if I didn't do something, I was not going to live. And that scared the shit out of me. Pardon my language, but it did. I lost 3 grandparents to health conditions that could have been prevented had they taken care of themselves. Diabetes is huge in my family. I have a massive history of heart problems, hyperthyroidism, hypertension, you name it, I got it. And that scares me, man. I want my parents to meet my grandkids. I want my grandkids to meet their grandparents. My kids to meet their grandparents. I want to see my grandkids. And it scares the shit out of me to think that won't happen. When I came home from the doctor that day, I got depressed bad. For several months, I got depressed. And God, I've never told anybody this before. I really wanted to kill myself. I wanted to end it. I was so close as to the fact I had a gun in my hand, sitting on the edge of my bed, tears running down my face, with the hammer back, and it's sitting just like this. And I was ready. And, a really good friend of mine said, no, there's another way. And then, I found another way. And that's a place I don't ever want to go again. And I even show you this, I got this tattooed on my leg. I hope I can get it on the camera. Now, most of this is just chicken scratch because I love paintball, but look right here, where it says 356. That's a constant reminder to me every time I look at that. That's a place that I'm never going to go again. And that's what motivates me every day. When I step on that scale every week and I see that it goes up 0.2 pounds, or if I'm in the gym and I'm on the treadmill or I'm on my bike and I'm like, man, I just can't go anymore. That's what I think about. I'm never going back there again. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. So fear keeps me motivated. That's not the only thing that motivates me, because that's just a terrible thing to be motivated by. And I'm going to tell you something else that motivates me more than anything. Is when I get on here and I put these videos up and I see people's responses and I see people say, man, you know what? You really inspired me. You really helped me. And I see the reactions in their faces, and I see the inspiration and the joy in their face, and they hear it in their voice, and man, that fires me up. I love that. I live for that. Not just on YouTube, but on obesity help, or my friends come to me and they ask me for nutritional information and nutritional advice or workout advice or whatever, and that I live for that, man. I love it. I love it. So those are my 2 motivations. Tips. I'm gonna take a page out of Rosemary's book. Follow the rules. This is really simple, man. You got this in your body, and it's a tool. Okay, it's not gonna do the job for you, but it's gonna help you. And if you follow those rules, and you do what you're supposed to do, you drink when you're supposed to, you eat when you're supposed to, you stop eating when you're supposed to, those things will keep you motivated. Take your vitamins every day. You'll feel better about yourself. Get out and work out every day. You'll feel better, and you'll want it. You'll crave it. It becomes a drug. And I'll tell you the other thing, and I don't think people preach this enough, and I would urge you all to do this if you're not doing it already. Start today. Document. Document. Even if it's just keeping notes, of all the YouTube videos that you make, or keeping a journal, or taking photographs, or something. Because when you're feeling down, and you're like, man, I gained 3 pounds this week, and I gained 2 pounds last week, and I just don't know what I'm gonna do, and I feel like crap, and this is a complete waste of time. You can go back and you can look, and you can see where you were 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago. And you can look at the person that you were and look at the person that you are now. And if that doesn't motivate you, man, ain't no helping you. Document. There's just no greater satisfaction than knowing that you look back and you go, God, was that me? Wow, I've done a really good job. You know what? I'm going to knuckle down and I'm going to do it again next week. So that's it. That's mental mindset according to Band to Be. Hope you guys like this. I hope you guys thumbs up. Don't thumbs down. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Make sure you check out the WLS Works. WLS Works. Well, of course you're checking that out. You're watching this, right? And you just subscribe on page. Anyway, I'm out of here. Take care. Have a great week, and we'll see you.